What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Archon Vault Tour Top 32 game from Day 2 at Gen Con 2019. On the left we have fan of the channel, AJ. Awesome meeting you at Gen Con. I appreciate all the time you spend watching my videos. I appreciate all the kind words. It was great meeting you. I love meeting the fans at Gen Con. It was fun. Thanks to everyone who came up and said hi and thanked me for these kind of videos. We got Peyton on the right also. Both players' deck lists are in the description below if you'd like to go check them out. Pause the video now, go check out their deck lists ahead of time, and then you can kind of see what's what here before they get going. We have Anguish drop down on AJ's first turn. That's a big 6-power creature that for each damage that's on him, your opponent's key cost is increased by 1. And surprising no one, both players have shadows in their decks. And Dis together. Don't usually see that in the top cut. Just kidding. But AJ's running actually an Age of Ascension deck. Super interesting one. 4 routine jobs, 2 poltergeists in the same deck, this guy. It's crazy. Magda the Rat coming in. No steal, of course. That's a little rough. It's a hard pill to swallow there. But maybe she leaves play and he doesn't have any Amber. And then we have a Macus Asp on the right flank. So we got a Banish putting the Macus Asp in the archive, gaining an Amber for AJ. And there's one of those poltergeists, but just for the Amber. Maybe he gives a false sense of hope to his opponent, who forgets that he has 2. And maybe he'll play some juicy artifact. So get some Reap there. Up to 3 Amber at the end of AJ's turn here, over to Peyton. Trying to see if Peyton has any decent artifacts that AJ would be worried about. Maybe, oh, there's Lash of Broken Dreams in there. And we see a lab work played for an Amber. He's going to archive a card. There is no Time Traveler in Peyton's list here. I'm looking at it. It's got a couple phase shifts, though, and a couple lab works. That's great. Interdimensional Graph, that's huge, because he does not have too much to protect. Neither player does have too much to protect. There's a sloppy lab work. It's like lab work, just a little sloppier. He'll have to discard a card also on top of the archive card. And this match here is looking for a place in the top 16. And I'll have some top 16, top 8, and top 4 matches that were not on the Fantasy Flight Games live stream from Gen Con. So if you want to see some new games that you haven't seen before, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. So he had to play Twin Bolt Emission, has to deal damage to 2 creatures. And unfortunately, one of them has to be his own, so he hits his own Magda. And Anguish is increasing the key cost by 2 right now for Peyton. So Anguish reaps here for AJ, gaining an Amber. Unlock Gateway, ends his turn with an Omega here, destroying both. Gets to steal 2 off Peyton. Seems like a good play, which puts himself in the important position of check. And there's a bait and switch by Peyton, getting AJ off of check, stealing 2 Amber. So some back and forth steal here already. And we got a Snecklifter coming in, not stealing any artifacts, but he's protected by his Shadow Self on his right flank. So any damage going after Snecklifter will have to be applied to Shadow Self, assuming he's still there. And we have a Dominator coming in, taking a stun. And we have a Harvester on the right flank. That if he doesn't have any non-Mars neighbors, he can reap and get an extra Amber. He gets a Red Planet Ray Gun on him, that I believe deals some damage after a reap. Let me just check that here. Yeah, reap, choose a creature, deal 1 damage for each Mars creature in play. And he put a fixed finger on the left flank there, so all Martians get all other Martians besides fixed finger there get a +1 armor, which actually there's no Martians in play right now that I see. I believe the Harvester is a beast and a robot in the Dominator. Yes, Harvester is a beast. So no Martians other than the fixed finger, but I believe, yeah, each other Martian creature. That includes your opponents, but there's none out, obviously. And I don't believe there will be any. But AJ does have 2 fixed fingers in his deck, so if he gets those out, they'll give each other +1 armor, which can get pretty gross. considering they already have 2 armor themselves. So looks like we're on Peyton's turn here. He's trying to decide what to do. He's going shadows again. And we got a poison wave dealing 2 damage to each creature in play. So Shadow Self will have to take 4. Snecklifter sticks around. Harvester takes 2. He's 1 away from death here. And Armor blocks it on the fixed finger and blocks 1 on the Dominator. And we got another Amber here from Hidden Stash, archiving a card. So some good archive in Peyton's deck here. It's nice when you have logos with some archive. And you got a bit in shadows too. That's nice. And we got 2 Reaps here, putting himself at 7. Which will definitely be in check. So we have a Nerve Blast here to steal 1 and finish off the Harvester. Some nice direct damage there, getting around the taunt. To get rid of that Harvester that can go wild. It's like a beefier Dust Pixie, gaining a couple Amber a round. Or a turn as Mars goes. So Peyton's in check. Pass it over to AJ. Can AJ get him off check? He's going to go Shadows. There's a possibility. Dust Chronicles. So Dust Chronicles, if your opponent has more Amber than you, draw a card. If you have more Amber than your opponent, archive a card, so he gets to draw 1, which is nice. Hopefully he drew into some shadows here to help him out. And he's putting the Ring of Invisibility on the Dominator. One of my favorite upgrades in, I guess it's in Age of Ascension too. I didn't realize that. But it is a rare, giving Elusive and Skirmish on top of his taunt. And we see one of those 4 routine jobs come out there, stealing some. But it doesn't look like it's enough to get Peyton off of check. But does put AJ in check at least. And Peyton does forge the first ski of the game here. And I believe he has an Amber. Yes, he does have an Amber remaining. So Peyton going Dis here, dropping down a Tolus. So every time a creature is destroyed, its opponent will gain an Amber. And we have a Lash of Broken Dreams and a Dance of Doom, which is a rare. Choose a number. Destroy each creature with power equal to that number. So he says 9. And I don't think he realized Shadow Self also will be destroyed. So they should each gain an Amber off Tolus there. Which I don't think they did. Yeah, I think they may have just missed Tolus there. Yeah, Tolus. Each time a creature is destroyed, its opponent gains an Amber. So they should have each got 1 more there. And we see an Eater of the Dead now on the right flank for Peyton there also. That got played out. And he is a rare. Oh yeah, they just remember the Tolus. There they go. So Eater of the Dead, fight Reap, purge a creature from a discard pile. If you do, put +1 power counter on Eater of the Dead. So they corrected the Tolus miss there. So they each have a key, and each have a couple of Amber. And there's the Poltergeist on the Lash. Just like it's supposed to be. Gains an Amber. Raises Peyton's key cost by 3 in the process. And we have a... what is this here? Nefru. A rare from... I guess he's in the first set, I believe. Each time a creature is destroyed, its owner gains an Amber. I don't know if I have him in any decks, actually. Out of the, like, 160 decks I own. Yeah, I haven't really seen him too often. For sure, I've seen him before in play. Just don't think I have him in any decks. That's a cool card. So Yerk gets the discard. And a Tolus in the discard. So both players have Tolus in their deck. I didn't catch that before. That's interesting. So AJ doesn't want to get the Amber out of control there. So doesn't want to put the Tolus in. So as creatures are dying left and right, Amber's flying all over the place. So phase shifts on a Logo's turn here to play an out-of-faction card and its Keyhammer to unforge AJ's key and give him back 6 amber. That is not good for AJ. Oh, into an interdimensional graft, so he'll gain the remaining amber after AJ forges next turn. That's a dirty little combo. Sweet, sweet combo, though. Oh, and a tight mechanic on the flank to help reduce AJ's key cost, so interdimensional graft hits just that much harder. And he gets a Novu Archaeologist, one of my favorite cards in Logos, able to archive and return a card from the discard pile to your, or sorry, on a, I believe it's on a, oh, it's just an action, yeah. Archive a card from your discard pile. It's like some recursion, basically, where I'm trying to get at here. I just forgot if it was reap or an action. But lab work and a phase shift to get the Macis or Macus Asp, however you want to say it, into play on a Logos turn. Those extra phase shifts, man. 2 in the deck. That is juicy. So AJ forges for 5. Gets his first key back again. And 4 amber will go to Peyton to put himself in check before even starting his turn. Is that enough to set AJ back from even having a chance to win here? I mean, you're never out in KeyForge. We know that, but... Oh, there's a swindle. Does that get Peyton off a key, though? No, it doesn't. Nope. Peyton gets to 6 on that swindle, so he still forges for his second key. And AJ just doing a swindle there doesn't deal with that juicy, juicy board that Peyton's built up there. Has options in any faction. Couple shadows on the board, couple discs, couple logos. So whatever he's got in hand the most of, you choose that house. Go to town. Maybe he wants to get a card back out of his discard. Go logos. But he has played quite a bit of logos. I'm sure he's running into, I don't know, maybe shadows now? Seen a lot of logos, I feel. Seen quite a bit of discs. I could be wrong. He is going to look through the discard now, wondering if he needs to grab anything that can help seal that third key. He has a card in the archives, at least one. Got a Tolus on the board, so if he can destroy his opponent's creatures, he'll gain some amber off that. If he's worried about creatures in AJ's discard pile, he can purge some with the Eater of the Dead. Oh, plus Nefru out on the board too. Which I believe is the same text as Solus, is he not? Each time a creature is destroyed, its owner gains 1 amber. Each time a creature is destroyed, its opponent gains 1 amber. Yep, that sounds exactly the same to me. Just Tolus is elusive. And only 1 power. Nefru is 4. So, yeah. So if AJ has another way to wipe the board and doesn't play any more creatures, that could be bad for Peyton. But I mean, if he gets enough amber here anyway, the 2 that get destroyed on AJ's side would be enough. But then again, if everything's being destroyed at the same time, those guys don't trigger. So you got to kind of do fighting or direct damage, kind of one-off shots to pop these guys out of play. So, Eater of the Dead fights Nefru, and they'll each gain 1 off Tolus, and Tolus will reap. And we have a Shuffles coming in who will force AJ to lose an amber at the end of Peyton's turn here. And there's a Dust Imp in play. So Peyton's seeing all of his discards now. Oh, I think we have a Control of the Week coming. He's asking what houses AJ's running.
Can I see your discard pile? Absolutely.
Also, I just noticed Peyton has Creeping Oblivion in his deck, and an awesome rare. Awesome rare. Purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile. Great to get rid of those Dust Pixies and Time Travelers. Love it. Which are very popular cards here in an Archon at the higher tables, I'm sure. Ooh. Discard on the Arise. Going to play the Control of the Weak. Gain an Amber.
I guess I'm gonna say this.
He forces AJ to name Dis next turn.
You lose one for Shackles.
Peyton in complete control of this game now, it seems.
Start Dispatch. Oh, okay.
And no Dis. Oh! Oh, is that the nail in the coffin? AJ has to pass. That is rough. Oh, man. And Peyton can just run wild here. He's going to say Logos. Tight Mechanical Reap. He just has to get to 5 since there's a Tight Mechanic on the flank, reducing key cost. He's going to look through his discard pile here, see if the Nova Archaeologist should Reap or do his action. I say you just Reap at this point. Scrambler Storm, forcing AJ not to be able to play any actions on his next turn. Oh, man. Probably has no way to stop this now. Unless he has, what does he have? He has a Charette. Just a Charette, I see. There's a Ronnie Wrist Clock's possible. But that only gets him down to 5, so that's not enough. Trying to see. I don't see anything else that's character-based Amber control. And there's Shaffles knocking away an Amber on AJ. And Peyton announces check with 5 because of Tight Mechanic. Or check at 5. He's holding 7 Amber, and that's the game. Ah, too bad for AJ. That's the end of his day 2. Congrats to Peyton moving on. Thanks to both players for playing on camera. Much appreciated. If you have any strategy tips, notes, any mistakes or anything you want to discuss to help us all learn and get better at KeyForge, leave in the comments below. Be nice about it though. We're using this as a learning tool. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description below. See you in the next one.